let it bounce.
I want to dive into a little bit more of the psychology about why it's so important to have these perfect customer one-liners. There's really two different reasons. The first one is simply practicality. It gives them, meaning your referral partner, the opportunity to see exactly who it is they should be sending your way. But there's also another one, and that's actually the psychological background and something called the Reticular Activation System that's within your referral partners that you're going to be able to trigger when you give them these three things of your ideal customer. That perfect customer one-liner is actually going to trigger something mentally in them psychologically that's going to help them identify that perfect customer within their business for you. You may have never heard of the term Reticular Activation System before, but let me tell you a story. So September of 2017, at the end of the month, I actually started working for somebody who I wanted to work with them, as I talked about, because I wanted to be mentored by them more than anything. I looked up to this person named Tim and the businesses that he had built, and I really wanted to learn from him and learn from especially the people around him. And I knew that if I was around those types of people that he would only surround himself with, I would find a way to be successful myself. Now, it also didn't hurt that I really thought that the truck that he drove was pretty badass. So he drove a 2017 Raptor at the time. And I remember taking a picture of it 2 to 3 weeks right before I started working for him. I was actually at the business that I was working at that point, ready to transition. And I saw his truck out front of our shop and I took a picture of it. And I'll never forget, I still have the picture today. I took that picture and I said, man, one day, I'm going to drive a truck just like that. Well, the cool thing is just a couple short years later, not only have I been working for him for that amount of time, but he came to me. He was getting a brand new Ford Raptor at that time. He was adding some bells and whistles. He literally had the engine pulled out and took the V6 and he put a V8 in there, supercharged, and he was transitioning to this brand new vehicle. Little did he know that the Ram TRX was coming out the very next year. But ultimately, I tell you that story because he then sold me that 2017 Ford Raptor, which I love driving today as my main vehicle when I bomb around town. Now, here's the interesting thing that happened. I want you to think about the last time you got a brand new vehicle, just like when I got my 2017 Raptor. I loved that thing. And what is the first thing, though, when you got that new vehicle that immediately happened? I promise you, one of the first things that happened is you started going, what the heck? Did that salesman, did he sell the same car to me that he sold every third person in my town? I saw so many Ford Raptors that were silver driving around town from the moment that I got mine because of something that is called the Reticular Activation System. This is the same thing that happened to you, I guarantee, many times in life. All of a sudden, something becomes important to you and your brain actually goes and it looks for it as if it's the solution to a problem that you have. So the Reticular Activation System, based on psychology, it is a network of neurons located in the brainstem that project anteriorly to the hypothalamus to mediate behavior, as well as both posteriorly to the thalamus and directly to the cortex of activation of awake, desynchronized cortical EEG patterns. Now, I don't know what the hell any of that means, but I do know that it is exactly what happened when you bought your last car and you started seeing it everywhere. There's a part of your brain that thought that there was a problem that you needed solving because something became important to you, that vehicle, specifically the colorway and the year that it was, and your brain started looking for it everywhere. It's the same thing if you've bought a dress or something like that and you just start seeing it everywhere. It's the same thing. That's the Reticular Activation System. So you're probably wondering, Mike, why the hell do I care about the Ford Raptor that you drive? Well, number one, it's really badass. You should see it. But number two, what you are going to do is trigger the same exact thing in your referral partners. Just like I started seeing that Ford Raptor everywhere when I saw the specific one that I wanted and I started driving it because I bought it from my mentor, you are going to have the same thing happen to your prospects when you give them the perfect customer one-liner. When Dave, the insurance agent I was telling you about before, when he tells those lenders that he works specifically with married small business owners looking to buy their first property, the next time that exact couple walks through that door, his lenders are thinking, oh my gosh, this is the perfect person for Dave, because it's a problem that their brain perceives as needing to be solved. And so when you give someone the perfect customer one-liner, not only are you coming across more professional and literally showing the professional that you are, because you're clear, concise, and confident on exactly what it is and who it is that you help, but on top of that, you're actually planting a little seed in their brain so that when they start having customers that are coming in, it's almost as if those customers are coming out of the woodwork because their brain is going, oh, this is a perfect person for that person, or this is a perfect person for that person. The brain starts looking for that that solution to be solved, and they're going to start finding people that they're going to send your way, as opposed to you not having defined exactly who it is that you can help. So number one, they're going to be looking and thinking of that exact type of customer to send your way when you plant that seed in the reticular activation system. And also, if they like you, here's the other thing. Even though you might have clearly, narrowly defined exactly who it is that you can help, they might just take these other customers over here that are, kind of close to that. If they like you, they might send them your way anyways, and just know that, if that's not who you can help, you'll tell them, or you'll just take care of them because you're the professional that you are and you said you take care of people. So the point here is you want to drop a seed in their brain to start finding these types of people that they are going to be able to send your way. And the second part is, honestly, they might even just send you some other people as well. But this is just teeing you up for that easy win. So make yourself into the professional that you are. Use the reticular activation system the same way that it was tricked into looking for those cars that you had just recently bought, maybe the last car that you bought. And then you are going to be able to find some success, not only with the people that are your perfect customer, but maybe they even send someone who is not your perfect customer, but you can still take care of them.